SS9 Vegeta, what's good? Hopefully you can hear me. You good, man? Trade 8 was good. Come on in, y'all. Come on in. Y'all see the title? Jimmy Ver was good. Man, we got some breaking news in here. That's what we got. We got some breaking news. We're going to talk about it. Andrew Wilkins was good, my brother. Big facts, as I should. They should be mad. Kakashi was good. Who else was good? Big facts, man. Loaded guns, loaded guns. Y'all see the title, man. Shout out to Herman Holtz. Shout out to Jim Ryan. They went ahead and made that acquisition final with Bluepoint. That's great, man. That is great. That's music to my ears. I like seeing that. I like seeing that. Now, here's the thing about it. We've been knowing this for quite some time. And I think when they ended up making the Housemark announcement, they turned around and some kind of way they ended up mixing the two. So they got Housemark and they got Bluepoint. They announced it at the same time, but according to all the inside sources, Jim Ryan and Herman Holtz wanted to do a total separate rollout for each studio, giving their own time to shine and stuff like that. So they went ahead and retracted. Shout out to Housemark, great game, Returnal, highly rated, potential for a game of the year. So shout out to them for that. But along with that comes Bluepoint, and that is the guys who basically do all the remakes, not remasters, but remakes. They did The Last Guardian, they did Demon Souls, which is highest PS5 Metacritic rated game right now. Some good stuff. They've did a lot of great things in the past, so they are officially part of PlayStation Nation. Shout out to them. I think it was the world's worst kept secret. We even had Herman Holtz today. He went out and rate the Emperor. What's good, my brother? Thank you. I appreciate that, player. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. He's with the $5. Shout out to you, bro. Keep up the good work. I appreciate you, man. Thank you for that. Yeah, I know. I thank y'all for all the support and everything. But Herman Holtz basically came out. And he was like, "Yeah, nobody knew about this acquisition, right?" And he did a little wink mark. But it just shows, man, Sony seems to be having fun with this stuff. They're having fun. Record-breaking sales, record-breaking benchmarks for PlayStation 5 is far outseeding the PlayStation 4, which far outseeded anything else prior to that. And this is all within the global pandemic. Now, imagine if we didn't have the pandemic going on. Sales will probably be around the 35 million mark, which is far exceeding anything else that comes in this pack. But shout out to them, man. Kudos for them. They're giving us what we want. Chief the VR Gamer, what's good, player? Carlos Alvarado always falling through. What's good, my man? CA Real was good. Borba Country, yeah, man. Hey, we're gonna play FIFA today, man. Titanfall Princess, my sweetie, what's good? Hey, we need to link up soon, man. For a lot of y'all that don't know, man, my second podcast ever was with Titanfall Princess. Yeah, she gave your boy a shot. Shout out to her, man. Forever grateful for helping me out. Verge Brizzle, with who else we got? J Boss, the Dunn in the house. What's good? Listen, PlayStation Nation woke up to some great news this morning. We ended up, what do you call it? How should I put it? Sony ended up purchasing Bluepoint, but on top of that, PlayStation 5 is the world's first 8K console with 8K games. Shout out to Sony for that. And guess what? They didn't even have to stamp the 8K symbol on the chip. Yeah, there was a game, according to Digital Foundry, there's a game called The Tourist that runs in 8K on the PlayStation 5. Shout out to I thought the PlayStation 5 was RDNA 1.5. I thought it was 8 T-flops. I thought it was GCN technology. I thought it was just slow and old. I thought the variable clocks and stuff like that was supposed to make this console just the laughing stock. But it seems like the world's most powerful console is no longer, or not even really, the world's most powerful console. What's up with that? Where are the T-flops? Guys, we're waiting on the T-flops. What's up with the T-flops? Are we missing 3 extra T-flops, or I don't know. I just don't see how 12 T-flops is getting defeated by 9 T-flops or 8 T-flops or even 10.3 T-flops, whatever. Choose your poison. Shout out to PlayStation for that, man. It's great to own the console. High quality games, the highest Metacritic rated games, all the goatees, all the just the bright future, everything else. My brother SS9 Vegeta with the $10. My first super chat for the channel. I appreciate that, my brother. I appreciate that. Always looking at, good looking at, man. But again, today is going to be a great day. We know rumors now. I'm going with the rumors. I'm not saying I'm an insider or anything. I'm just telling you what was there. We had what would you call it? The Silent Hills remake and the Silent Hills game, as well as Metal Gear. Yeah, those 2 games reportedly are being remade by Bluepoint. There are some people in the know are saying that that Blue Box Games or whatever is basically Bluepoint with Kojima working together to oversee this remake of those games. Whether it happens, I don't know. But listen, the purchase of Bluepoint is that first step. And we do know the beginning of last year that Konami started licensing out its IPs. So hey, we could see a Castlevania, we could see a Metal Gear remake, we could see Silent Hills. Rumors had Kojima's kind of been cryptic. You had Norman Reedus out there saying a few things. Whether it happens, I don't know, but we'll see. But PlayStation Nation has a lot to be glad for these days. Great performance. We got finally got the SSD drive in there. Prices are much cheaper than Microsoft's Xbox solution with the Seagate drive. So that's good. That's good. It's good stuff, man. We got the exclusives. I mean, we got Spider-Man 2. We got Wolverine. We got KOTOR. There's just a lot of stuff to how shall I say, to look forward to going forward in gaming. Now I can't say so much for the other side of the aisle because guys are talking about waiting for E3 this time. We just had Tokyo Gaming Show, and this is how we ended up with this information regarding the Bluepoint acquisition. I don't know. I mean, we'll see how Halo turns out. We'll see how I think Forza Horizon 5 will turn out well. But what else after that? What are the big games? What are we looking forward to on the other side? I don't know. Guys are starting back with their wait to E3 talk, and we know how that goes. We've been dealing with that for the last 8 years. It's like, come on, guys. Come on. We got To Die For in the house. Siren Singh, what's good? What's good? T. Harris, what's good? My player, what's good? Big facts. I'm going to stay on these bots' neck. You know what I'm saying? They deserve it. I'm going to stay on their neck. See, here's the thing about it, right? I think the biggest take from this outcome of the Bluepoint acquisition, even the Housemarque, is Sony. They seem to partner with people that they know do very well, that they have a history with, that they know that merge and in the development teams and the other studios in-house can work with them. They're a viable source. That's what makes, I guess, the PlayStation 5 future looks bright. Whereas the Xbox, Microsoft, they're out there trying to just buy random people and hope that shit works. And then we had Ninja Theory first game to drop. That was Bleeding Edge. We had stuff like The Ascent that came out 64 Metacritic. I just don't know, for all of those 23 studios that they have, what do we really have coming from them? That's not a PlayStation 5 exclusive. When you look at Deathloop, Tokyo, Ghostwire, and some of the other games that they've put out, those are PlayStation exclusives. So I don't see how that benefits Xbox itself. And I know Microsoft owns the studios. Fine. You own the studios. Now what? If your fan base can't access those games, if your fan base can't play those games on your platform, it's kind of like an oxymoron. It's a waste of time to me, because I know Microsoft has a platform. I know they're into Game Pass, they're into xCloud and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, you are selling the world's most powerful console. You are selling the Xbox Series S. right? You have to sell that hardware. I know people saying, well, it's not really about the hardware anymore. Yes, it is. Especially when you go out and stamp 8K on the chips. When you go out and tell people, hey, this CPU in this one is more in the Series S is more powerful than the PS5. And then you have games that are running 568p. Like you gotta be genuine with this. And shout out to Mikey Barra. He said it best. Stop hyping up the hardware. Show people the games, because what you're doing is you're hyping up all of this hardware and you're saying what these developers are going to do, and they're going to have to live up to that expectation. Whereas Sony generally is being quiet. They hype up the dual haptic feedback. They hype up the SSD and some of the stuff that really matters. The 3D audio. They hype up tangible things. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Brown Devil, my brother, with the $5. If Madden, MLB, and 2K didn't get Game Pass subs to 30 million, there's no way that Halo and Forza will help. Listen, I said it, man. I said it last year when they ended up delaying Halo. I said, if this game don't turn out well, and this is their biggest IP, their flagship IP, if your flagship IP can't get you to where you need to be, nothing else under that matters. Nothing else under that matters. And Halo is by far their flagship game. It's their oldest franchise. It is equivalent to Gran Turismo to the PlayStation. It's their oldest franchise. They sold more copies of that game than any other. So that's what I'm saying. That's a big staple. That's their bread and butter. And if Halo comes out the way, I hope it doesn't come out, but it looks like it's going to come out that way. Again, it's in pieces, is unfinished. They're gonna, wait about a year or two to give you a halfway decent game or a completed game. And I just think the Metacritic scores are going to reflect that. The Metacritic scores are going to reflect that, and you can't be mad at it. You can't be mad at it. Give people a finished product. Take another year, finish it, or whatever you have to do. I just think this games as a service, turning Halo into a games as a service, is just a bad idea. It's a bad idea. I hate to say it. With so many other shooters out there, it's hard to get traction from that. More people still going to be on Battlefield. They're going to be on COD. They're going to be on Fortnite. They're going to be on Splitgate and all these other games that people come to ignore. Halo is just one of those games that come out every 5 or 6 years, and it is what it is. This Halo Infinite, I don't know. I wish it well. I really wish it well. JP Loco was good. Carol Anchor in the house was good. Rich. Yes, sir. It's a wrap. It's a wrap. I'm telling you now, man. I'm telling you now. I don't think there's anything that Phil can do to combat the preciseness, the calculated, the management style that Sony has. Now, Sony can't beat Microsoft in the pocketbook area, but it damn sure can beat it with the management, the calculated timing, and everything else. And it's working. Sony is just the masters at timing. Andrew Wilkins, my brother, with the $5. Xbox brand and games are so unpopular that the last 3 Forzas couldn't even reach 2.5 million sales. There is no way Game Pass can reach 30 million anytime soon. I don't know, man. It's a hard call. Unless they go for the gusto and get some huge game in Game Pass, I don't see it. I don't see it at all. And when I say huge game, I mean something like a Red Dead, a Red Dead 3 or Grand Theft Auto 6 or some of that caliber. And it would have to be exclusive. I just don't see it happening. I don't. Overdone. My brother, he said pepperoni pizza over pineapple pizza. Big facts. Big facts. Shadows Paid was good. He said, that's why you're wrong, Dub. Some games and some studios are above criticism in the media. And hey, listen, I'm going to tell you this, man. The media can hype up whatever they want. They can try to sell you on anything. But once that game drop, the gamers will speak. And the gamers speak with what? They speak with their wallets. If the gamers don't go out and buy your product, it doesn't matter. End of the story. End of story. Game Pass 30 million. That's, Phil Spencer had to kind of walk back, that particular comment from the guy from Take-Two, the CEO from Take-Two. Yeah, he had to walk that back. But it is what it is. You know, it is what it is. Either Game Pass is going to get there or not. Here's the thing: if Game Pass doesn't work out, then where does that leave Microsoft in the gaming space? Do they just become the world's largest publisher, which I think they're going to end up anyway, since the hardware doesn't sell? They don't make any profits on the hardware, and the software is not really banging like that. We see the Lost Judgment, the game that just came out. We saw that 90% sales of that game comes from the PlayStation. Let that sink in. That means maybe 10%, right? At max, 10% bought it on the Xbox. That means Xbox guys aren't buying games. We know that from Capcom. Capcom has stated recently that only 20% of the Xbox community actually buy their games, and that's Resident Evil, that's Monster Hunter, that's everything else. That's all of their big IP. And if gamers aren't buying their games, then they're going to be more reluctant to keep dropping sequels on that platform, and that's a problem. You need games. You need games. Gibbs take with the $5. He's just showing some Wild Pony love. Okay, Gabriel. Oh, that's Gabriel. Hey, appreciate that, my brother. Thank you. Thank you for your support, man. And thank y'all for always rocking out with me. You know what I'm saying? PlayStation Nation in the house. The Pegasus Nation. We have ascended. Listen, I know a lot of people had their reservations about Jim Ryan and Herman Hulse and how they were going to run this. The new regime was going to run PlayStation. And for all the reservations that we have, I'll tell you this. They seem to be doing one heck of a job this last, at the beginning, starting out. They're starting out on a good note. The first year, they've dropped at least 10 exclusive games. They've dropped at least 10 highly rated Metacritic games. That's 80 on up. There's at least 5 goatees that they have in there. That, on top of God of War, Horizon Forbidden West, on top of Spider-Man 2, on top of Wolverine. They gave you Wolverine. Like, think about that. That's huge. We got the Last of Us TV series coming out. We got the Ghost of Tsushima movie coming out. We got the Twisted Metal TV show coming out. They're leveraging their movie studios with, with their gaming division and everything else. That's just, I mean, come on, that's a recipe for just greatness. They're just expanding on what they've been doing for quite some time now. And kudos to them for that. Shout out to them for that. You can't be mad at it. And think about it. Like I said, Sony can't beat Microsoft with the wallet, right? But they can whoop their ass in every other facet, and that's what they're doing. Sony ended up spending 8.5, 8.7, 7.5, whatever $billion for ZeniMax to get Bethesda and stuff like that. Sony turned around and spent $200 million for Insomniac, and they gave you 5 games in 5 years. 5 games in 5 years. We've yet to get any games from Bethesda. Starfield, right? We're waiting on Starfield. How that's going to turn out, we don't know. Again, I think there's a big problem. They don't really want to address the elephant in the room, and is how long before these games come out, and will the quality be up there? Microsoft doesn't have a history with their studios of having highly rated games. I hate to just say it. Look at the last 8 years. And before you say, well, that was the old regime and that was last gen, they started out, the first year of this generation, they started out with 0 IPs for their next generation consoles. They released not 1, but 2 next generation consoles. Let that sink in. With no games. Then when you finally got a game, you got the Falconeer, you got the Medium, you got the Ascent, 3 low-rated Metacritic receptive games. And I give them kudos for grabbing the working with the MLB organization to bring the baseball to the Xbox. I think that's a great deal. Shout out to them for that. But they got to do more, man. They got to do more if they're going to push that hardware. Now, if they don't care about the hardware, which I think at this point it's a wash. Where does that leave their diehard fan base? The 8K guys, the guys with the Scorpio with the chips in their in their profile pictures and stuff like that. Where does that leave them? I mean, when you transition to Game Pass, it's Game Pass, Game Pass, Game Pass. Well, you got to have the games in Game Pass that keep you coming back. And if you don't have that, then it is what it is. Rinky was good. He said the Series X is RDNA 1.5. Oh, man. Stall them out. Stall them out. Anyway, man, I wanted to do just a little quick show. Just a little quick show. Talk about this Bluepoint acquisition. This is huge. It is huge. Do not let anybody downplay that. These guys make great, highly Metacritic games. They did a great job with Demon Souls. They did a great job with some of the other titles that they released. Just think about it, man. Think what's next. Just think what's next. I mean, if we get a Metal Gear remake, oh my God, that's going to be crazy. And we know with the PS5 showcase that just happened mere weeks ago, we do know that Sony just showed you just a tad of what they were working on. They didn't show you anything from Naughty Dog. They didn't show anything from all of their other studios that they have as far as what's coming next. So we know that they're kind of ramping down on that. So listen, eventually we're going to get another State of Play. They're going to show you something else, and it's going to keep going. As a gamer, they're satisfying my needs. There's a great future. That means I spend my $3.99 to $4.99 in a great platform that's giving me the highest frames, the highest resolution, the best gameplay, the dual haptic feedback. It's giving me the 3D audio, the full immersion. It's a complete package. I have the expanded SSD drive that I can expand anytime I want. It's just, and then they're giving you a bright future on top of all of the brand new PS5 games in PS Plus. It's like every month they're giving you a brand new PS5 game on top of a PS4 game, and then generally like a VR game. That's a great model to have. Will they expand upon that? I'm pretty sure they will. They ended up buying, for all you anime fans out there, they ended up buying Crunchyroll and Funimation, so they basically own anime right now. Sony's just pumping on all cylinders, man, and Microsoft money can't handle that. It can't. My brother Post Up with the $5. He says, "Stop that cap." I'm glad you here, Post Up. Greatness is here. Hey, what happened to y'all 8K games, my brother? Y'all got 8K on the chip, but the PlayStation is the first console, the RDNA 1.5, to actually get 8K games. What's up with that, Post Up? With the most up, my brother? Thank you for coming by, showing some love, player. But like I said, J Doggy in the house, I see you. Y'all, y'all cutting up in the chat, as y'all should. Tommy Bull. Listen, I'm gonna tell y'all this. They better do something. Microsoft, they have to combat this. They have to combat the 8K stuff. They have to combat the Bluepoint acquisition. They're going to have to do something. What are they going to do to combat Wolverine? What are they going to do to combat Spider-Man 2 with Venom? Effectively, X-Men, is basically Sony's IP. They're not going to break it up. So I think Phil needs to go out there, spend some money, do something quick. Not something that's going to take 5-6 years, but do something now. Do something quick. Is he going to be able to do it? I don't know. Jermaine Morgan was good. Yeah, the Xbox version is only 6K. You know what I'm saying? They need to up that SSD drive they got with the 2.4 gigabits per second. They can't hang with the 9 gigabits per second compressed SSD architecture of the PS5. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to not like this, Post Up. Shout out to my man Mark Cerny, man. We call him the GOAT Cerny. You know what I'm saying? Listen, we got the studios, we got the games, we got the console, we got the VR. It's just everything, man. PlayStation Nation is eating good. We have ascended. We are Pegasus now. T. Harris, my brother. Yeah, listen, maybe Xbox can get grounded too. You know what I'm saying? Bleeding Edge 3. I don't know what they're gonna do. I don't know. Anyway, man, thank y'all for rocking out with me. I can't be long. I got some appointments and stuff I need to go take care of. Thank y'all for stopping by, rocking out with me. I had to brag a little bit. I had to gloat a little bit. Y'all know what it is. PlayStation Nation out here representing. I'll see y'all on Twitter, man. I'll see y'all a little bit later. I'm going to go live probably a little bit later on this evening. I'm going to be playing some FIFA and stuff like that. I'm trying to become world champ. in FIFA. So we're going to rock out with that, man. Appreciate that, Carlos Alvarado. SS9 Vegeta. I appreciate that. Anyway, your boy finna be out here. Y'all take it easy. Peace.